All right, guys, welcome to Real Life Jamaica on JBL Entertainment TV. I am your host, Shane Reed. We are sponsored by Sky Beach Restaurant Bar and Grill located in Hopewell, Hanover, Jamaica, West Indies. And Sky Beach is down the road. I've always said it's down the road from me, it's walking distance. Those of you, if you're going to Lucy, coming from Montego Bay, going to Lucy, which hand is this, Danny? It's the right hand. Yes. And coming in from Lucy, it's on your left arm. Yes. All right. So you can't miss them. So they have been a supporter of ours. So anytime we need a space to go and do a live broadcast and to set up, Sky Beach has always been there to assist us. So big up Sky Beach and big up Miss Mark. With us this afternoon or this evening, we have a very special guest, a good friend of mine in none other than um, Senator Dannah Ennis. Dannah, good evening. How are you, my friend?
Good evening. Thanks for having me. I'm well.
All right. So happy to hear that you're well, and I'm really happy to have you. And we're going to chat a little bit more and find out some more about yourself, etc. But before I go into the questions with Dannah, just to remind you of the upcoming shows that we have. So on Saturday of this week, we're going to be talking to Sasha Gay Silk from Barita. We're going to be talking about money and the various options that they have there for us as customers. And then on Sunday, we're going to talk to Black Dice. I spoke to him some years ago. I think we did it at Sky Beach. At that time, I didn't have this. At that time, I was slimmer and all of that. Yeah, some years ago, we did an interview with Black Dice, so we're going to catch up with him years later. And then after that, we have some, upcoming series or upcoming interviews with Dr. Onika Campbell, and that's in April. We have Senator Odell March here in, well, it's not March yet. So when we reach into March, we will have him, and we will have the world president, JCI world president, Alejandro Castillo, good friend of ours, Senator Danny, Easter Monday. All right, guys. So that's some of the upcoming shows and conversations. So please stay tuned and support. All right, Danny. Hey, well gone.
There,
You're there.
there. I'm
And
happy to be
guys,
here.
you're happy.
I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you too. I mean, I couldn't do this without talking to you. Guys, like, share, comment. And guys, she's actually from Portmore, St. Catherine, right?
Yes.
But she is in our neck of the woods, and you're gonna find out why she is in Lucy. She's down the road from me. She didn't even tell me, but earlier before we came on the live, she's like, I'm in your parish." I'm like, "Huh?" All right. So Dana, there's a particular senator that keeps, you know, 1 minute you're Dane, 1 minute you're Dana. Which is it? And what's the meaning behind your name?
I'm Danae.
So it's Dane. So
Uh,
it's not Dana,
yes.
guys. Not
Oh
Dana.
no. No,
Dane.
no.
All right. So who gave you that name and what's the meaning behind your name?
My name was given to me by my father, actually,
Hmm.
which is a very good story. Means that he was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
So the root of it is that my father is a Rastafarian
Ah.
and
No.
specifically a member of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Ah, Bobo Shanti.
No, 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 no.
Not Bobo
12
Shanti.
tribes of
12
Israel.
tribes of Israel. Okay.
12
Oh, so
tribes
there's
of
Bobo and
Israel.
there's the 12 tribes of Israel. Ah.
There's more than just those two groups in Rastafarianism in
Okay.
Jamaica. So
Mm-hmm.
based on the 12 tribes of Israel, they believe in the 12 sons of Father Abraham, of many sons. So each month they don't believe in horoscope, right? So each moon in each period of the month is governed by a tribe in Israel. And so based on where when I was born, the latter part of September to the early part of October, that falls within the tribe of Dan.
Oh.
Yes. And so I was given the name Dannah to signify that I am a member of the tribe of Dan. And so Dan is actually a name that was found in the Bible. It's a place in Judah. But the meaning of it, which I live the meaning of it for some reason, well, intentionality of it, is that Dan comes from Dan, which means judge and judging. Hence I'm ordained,
Interesting.
hence I'm
Interesting.
ordained to be judged. I'm very judgy. I'm very judgy at that. So
Interesting.
that, yeah,
Yeah. Now that you say it, it has opened a. Yeah, I'm not gonna
yeah.
ask. Yeah.
It is. It is. I'm listening. It
So
is.
it has provided some clarity.
Yes. Yes.
So do you enjoy
And
being
so,
done?
and I mean, I do. Um, I do live it, and I do embrace it, and I understand who I am. And so, hence, it could never be Dana because I am a member of the tribe of Dan.
All right. Is your father still a Rastafarian? I assume he's still a
Yes,
Rastafarian.
man. Yes, man. That's the foundation of my development. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Rastafarianism is the foundation of my development. The good thing about Rastafarianism and specifically the 12 tribes of Israel is that they do believe in Christ, and they do read the Bible and they do pray. But the significance of Haile Selassie in their teachings, their doctrine, is that they believe he's a great king,
Not the Messiah.
not the Messiah, a
Yeah, yeah.
great king.
Mm-hmm. But Selassie himself, being an Orthodox, Ethiopian Orthodox, definitely did not believe that he was the Messiah. So, yeah. One of the things that I regret not doing was paying attention academically to the Rastas. Because when I did my SBA for religious education, I did rituals in revivalism. And didn't I don't know why, but didn't even through college and otherwise. The other day we should have visited one of the groups in St. James, but Melissa came and just
Oh,
yeah, just destroyed everything because we should have gone in November. That's what we were planning to do. So 12 tribes of Israel from the tribe
yes,
of Dan, Dannah. All right,
yes,
she is basically the judge. And if you know Dannah is good critical. She
yes,
might she might rob you at times,
yes.
but she is the one that is going to ask you exactly. All right, so why are you doing this and why not this, etc., etc. All right, so take us through your formative years. What was that like?
Well, it's quite a decorative story. Very humble, most of all. I grew up very humbly. Um, I grew up in a Rastafarian community, and it's not like a gated village.
Hmm.
I grew up in Bedward Gardens, that was predominantly 12 tribes of Israel that resides there,
Hmm.
with the leader, Gad. And so that's where I grew up, very humbly in a good community, close-knit community where I had a lot of, could I say, uncles?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
it's the community that grew the children, and support each other. So I grew up in that community in rural St. Andrew. Um, and then I went to a school, or I started school when I was 5 years old, because that's the type of school there was. There was not a lot of like basic school and preschool around that time. And So where I grew up, where I lived, I could see school from where I live, but I have to walk like about 45 minutes to get to school. And that was
Mm-hmm.
uphill. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess I kind of grew up fit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we did a lot of walking.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually rarely went outside of the community as children. Like we didn't go to like different parishes a lot or in the
Mm-hmm.
rural area for summer. Um, we were home, and so when
Mm-hmm.
we took bus, like if we took bus from where we were to say downtown or crossroad, we actually got like traveling illness because we weren't used to it. Yeah. So yeah, we weren't used to it. So as children, we didn't go a lot of places. So we were very limited in our awareness of the real world, so to speak. Even when my father and I was very close because we love the same things when I was younger. He's an upholsterer, and I love that kind of activity, interior decorating, etc. And we
Mm-hmm.
used to go to the bar. When Bob Marley sing about Georgie and Georgie wine, we used to go to Georgie's shop and drink roots wine
Mm-hmm.
when I was a teen, and we used to stay out late, 3 a.m. and we would walk home in the dark. At the time, we didn't even have street lights. So those are the things that we didn't grow up with. We didn't grow up with street lights. We didn't have telephones. I was a tomboy, so I used to climb every tree, and we used to go mango bush and sit up in the guinea tree and eat guineas. And I have a lot of siblings. I'm the ninth child actually from my mom.
Whoa.
Yeah, my mom has 10 children, and I have
Mm-hmm.
mostly brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I've I've mostly brothers, but the last of our 10, or last three of our 10, grew up closer than the others.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so together we were the three musketeers. So we used to do a lot together. We used to play dalios together. We used to play football together, go on war in the riverbed,
So
things
you are
like those.
80s, 90s baby.
Yes, 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 yes. So my formative years were very decorated. I was always humble and quiet, and I never never used to talk to a lot of people. So people from early, so even how I am today, I've been like that. I never used to talk to a lot of people. My sister and my brother were more social than I was. I used to go where I'm going and go home. I didn't have I didn't have much friends outside of my sibling and my neighbor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
outside of that, I didn't socialize with anybody in the community. But my teachers loved me because I was very humble and respectful and willing to do anything. So even my grade six teacher is my daughter's godmother. Um, because we had developed a bond. She always wanted to take me to her house to spend weekends and summer, and I just never wanted to go. I didn't even ask my parents. Even when we have like open day at school, we would be at school till I'll 10 in the night with teacher doing different arts and craft activities. So
Which
those
primary
are some
school
of
is
the
that?
things. Into Hope Valley, into Hope
Mm-hmm.
Valley Experimental. And so, for those who don't know, it's close to Surgeon Golden Rehabilitation Center. So, we did have a unit for persons who had limited disability, could be physical disability or otherwise. So I grew up around persons who have disability. My mother taught at School of Hope. So my love for special needs came from that kind of exposure and tolerance for special needs. So yeah, all of that.
Yeah,
Just
it is. Yeah, it is sounding nostalgic. The Guinea tree, the mango tree. I'm sure St. Andrew is basically on the Is it Long Mountain or which one of those mountains?
I think it's
Parts of the
Drunker
Junker
Mountain.
Mountain, yeah,
Yeah,
one of those
yeah,
mountains.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you are hilly and rural and all of those things. So yeah, man. Typical. You didn't play marble or anything like that.
Yeah, man, I play all of that. Marble, salad kick, cricket, upstart,
Another
you
kick. I
name it.
yeah, that
Salad kick with the
all of that.
boys.
Yo, yeah.
With the boys under the
Yeah.
moonlight. That part of it under the moonlight because we didn't have street lights. So we were in the middle of the
Mm-hmm.
road playing Canada Kick under the moonlight. And I had a lot of dogs growing up. I had like one point in time we probably had like 11 dogs.
Wow. Bruno, Enforcer, all of those names, yeah.
Yeah,
Mongrel
I had
dogs.
Shandy and all of
So-
them. Yes. And my mom used to raise chicken and one point she had ducks. Yeah.
yeah, we had a dog. Well, not that's our neighbor's dog, Sheila. Yeah. When I was going to bush, I used to just with the other dogs, I just throw a stone in the bush so that it makes them, and the dogs would start to bark, and then I would stand up and watch Sheila running from the neighbor's yard, just running up the hill, come in here, say, "Yeah, we're going to bush. Come on, Sheila." Yeah, 90s and 80s. Yeah,
Yes.
thanks for the
Yes.
nostalgia. Thanks for taking us down memory lane. Bill, if you're ready for a break, I am going to do one also, please. Before I do, though, I will read this comment. Yochel, lots of wonderful memories. Thank you, Yochel, for joining and watching. Indeed, lots of wonderful memories. And I had absolute, you see people, you know people, but you don't really know people. All right. So I had no idea that she was so rootsy, Rasta.
Yes. Yes. All the
I
time.
I had no idea that I thought Dannah was upper middle class or lower middle class.
Oh,
But we have so much in common. She's rural, urban slash rural, and I am rural. But yeah, cool. All right,
yeah,
guys.
man.
So our first break, and we come back and talk to you. Bell, let me know if you are ready, and I should continue with Dannah. All right, I guess I should continue with you. So oh, sorry, guys. Remember, we are sponsored by Sky Beach Restaurant, Bar and Grill, and and it's located in Hopewell, Hanover, right opposite Hopewell Plaza. So I think you shared this. So you shared with us some nostalgic moments. So I don't know if you have any other climbing the Guinea tree, playing Salada Kick. Do you have any? You mentioned going to the river. Um, any other nostalgic memories that when you're lying down and before you sleep off, you just burst out laughing or you just smile or something like that.
And even now as a parent, I'm often asked these questions. So one of the things, so based on how I grew up, I was very unaware and innocent. And at the time, though, crime rate was very low and children were protected. So I lived in that moment where I'm like, I wish our children now experience those things. Because when we were late to
You're
go
not gonna
home
talk
from
about black
school,
art. I know black art you're gonna talk about.
no man, when we were late to go home from school, as in
Yeah.
private school ended 2:30, but we stayed back and we were on swing song. And at our school, we had some very tall swings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably some white people donate them, but they're very tall. You see, like our children have some short swing songs that adults
Mm-hmm.
can touch at the top. No, dear. Ours were about like 15 feet tall
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in the schoolyard. So we used to stay back and we used to swing. And then when we realized it's getting late, you don't want beaten, so you spit on green leaf and you throw it back at you. I would say if we do that, our parents not gonna know and we're not getting a beaten. So that's what we used to do as children.
Spit pan green leaf
And the
and throw it.
green leaf and throw it back at you. Yeah.
I never know about that one there.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. I ain't not getting a beaten.
It
I don't know the
worked,
correlation, but children know what children know, and this is what children did in my time.
and
Split
it
on the
worked.
green leaf, and it worked because we're not getting a beating. Certainly, I never remember getting enough beaten.
That's a new one. That's a new one. I didn't know that one. And persons who are viewing can comment and let me know if they did that. I no, I don't know about spitting on green leaf.
Yes, man, we split on green leaf, and which we're back away. Um, we eat asham. We
Yeah.
eat asham. Mm-hmm. And we always buy from the
Some
ladies.
that kind of
Okay,
sound.
that's my daughter.
Oh, that's your daughter. All
That's my daughter.
right.
My daughter said that's kind of sound like Obia. But I
Yeah,
don't
that kind
know.
of.
But that's what children did in those times. We spit pan green leaf. I would throw it back there. And on any green leaf is the green leaf. What you call it with the bees bush, the pink and green, those kind of green leaf are those green leaf.
Bees bush. I don't know that bees. I don't know that bush.
So it has a pink flowers and the leaves are like, but it's a vine. The
Mm-hmm.
leaves are
Mm-hmm.
a long time in I see there's something that rural, a country, they sound like country, and the leaves are like heart shaped, kind of like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe, but like heart shape.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's a vine, it's bush, so it's those kind of leaf. We spit pan and throw it back away, yeah, and go
All
home.
right, so you and go home. So let's leave. So you move from spitting on Greeley, throwing back at you through
Yeah,
high
man.
school. So I'm sure you did not do that at high school. Which high school did you attend?
The Great Arden High School, Optima for
Uh,
Life.
okay, and I'm sure as an Ardenite, you did not do that. You outgrew all of those stuff.
Absolutely not. I didn't have to.
You didn't have to. How was life at
No.
Arden? Which time period did you attend, and how did you enjoy it? What were your experience?
Yes, man, big up Optima for Life. um, so so I went to Arden in 1997.
Hmm.
And I left in 2002.
Hmm.
So Arden life at Arden was, I mean, cool. I've never rolled with the popular kids, or the affluent kids. Those were never my style.
It's a
Somehow
co-ed
I find
school.
it, yeah, man, it's a co-ed
Okay,
school.
okay, okay.
And I found my group, my crowd. My crowd was those that were in same, I guess, development as me, coming from
Hmm.
one of the few that came out of inner cities to big bad Arden. Those were the people that I clicked with, related to. But it wasn't bad. What Everton said never bad
I
me.
don't. Senator Dade, why you? Because I saw it and my brain went. It's obviously not the same. I do not know this person because if I think this Everton Anna that I
And it's
know,
that Arden long before me.
oh, him talking about him never born yet.
Shocked. Alright. So
Because I
so
was like, no, Senator Everton.
Everton, come on. Alright, so life of Arden for me, I was my daughter always said I'm going I'm a prim and proper, but I've always tried to stay clear in the
Hmm.
good lane, you
Hmm.
know. So I got a detention once being in high school, and that was for homework. I
Hmm.
didn't do book reports, never have the book. As a matter of fact, I didn't have most of my books throughout high school because
Hmm.
my parents couldn't afford it. My father was there and my mother tried her best.
Hmm.
So poverty played a role. You know, there are many times that I went to school, even primary school without lunch money. Um,
Hmm.
and I figured it out. Or my mother would come in lunchtime and bring me a snack based on credit that she she took at the school that she worked. Um, so I've lived like that. And I played netball. I'm 4'11", but I played netball, guys. I did.
4'11", and you play netball? How?
Yes,
Under what
yes,
condition?
yes.
What position did you
What?
play?
What? 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 I played netball from my high school.
What position did you play?
Wing attack.
Wing attack.
Yes. So I played netball. So I did go home late in the evening, but I had good reason. My mother trusts me a lot and she was proud of me, and I wasn't doing
Mhm.
anything out of the ordinary. Which house me did in a November? Red House, Opal.
Oh, Red House.
Um,
So why?
yeah,
So
and
you.
I tried tracks. And I tried tracks. After
Mhm.
netball season, I tried tracks and I found out that I was asthmatic, so we just couldn't bother.
You just couldn't
So
bother.
yes, yes.
All right.
So
Let's pause 1 minute. And so your daughter and Senator Anna, and they're lighting up the chat. So one is saying, um, big up Senator Anna and big up Reedy. My surname sake. She's at Arden too.
no, she's not.
Oh,
She's,
so why is
she's with
she
the Blue
saying
Sisters. She's with the Blue Sisters.
that's what? Only childhood or which one?
Yes, yes,
Only childhood. Okay.
yes.
Senator Annan, okay, you never born it. Love, really. We spoke about you get detention. Oh, me get 200 lines right. Those things were ridiculous. Those
Yeah, that's
lines
what I
were.
had to do in detention. I had to write lines in detention. That's what I
I,
had
I,
to
I,
do.
I, I don't know why teachers thought, I mean, Jesus. I didn't do
Because,
that to school.
and this is for English literature. I just
Yeah.
didn't have the book, so I couldn't do the book report. So it was
And
justified.
yeah, of course it's justified. I mean, unless if the book was at the library or somewhere like that, where would you get the
Mm-mm.
book to do?
Yeah.
Um, so you get detention. So why you did not
Once.
tell me that you got detention? All right,
Because me know why you get detention.
all right, and Senator Anna said he was in Olson.
Yes, yes.
All right, cool. All right, so let me continue. Career choice and tertiary education. So you did CBC. How many subjects did you do? How was it, etc. And where did you go after RD?
So, I think when I was in 10th grade, and they asked me what my career choice was, I wanted to be a bank manager or a cosmetologist. I didn't have any reasons why. Actually, out of my siblings, only two of us, my sister, my elder sister, who was the second child, and I were the only ones who went to university. Um, and she didn't live with us,
Mm-hmm.
so we didn't grow a bond from early on for her to guide me as the other one who would have gone to university. So I didn't know how to choose a career or anything like that. So I don't know. I wrote that down. But then sometime later, I saw the news where they're laying off managers at NCB. And then I decided that they were laying off people at NCB. And then I decided that bank manager not going to be sustainable, so I switch. So I say, all right, then based on the subjects that I was doing, I want to be an interior decorator.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my girlfriends in Arden, I mean, I didn't know the procedure to apply for a university or anything like that. So one of my girlfriends at Arden said she going to buy one application form. Those times application forms were being sold like for $1,500 at the guidance counselor. So I said, all right, me go buy one too. And we save and we buy it. And when we were looking at it, we were trying to figure out what sound like something where we know. So I chose a, a course where sound like it aligned to interior decorating, right? That me want to do. when I did the interview, the July to go to UTech, right? And I said to my interviewer, lecturer at the time, that the reason why I want to do this course is to do interior decorating, interior design I want to be. She said it's only one course. Like that at that time, I didn't even know the difference between semester, course, program, nothing. You know, no. No, no, nothing about no university or nothing. Not even didn't know say going cost money to go. No, no, no.
Hold on. Before you go further, we're going to go for a break. It is interesting. We're going to go for a break. And then after that, we pick up with Senator Dannah Ennis because apparently bought an application form for a university. You take at that. She never knows say you have to go pay a fee. Well, this sounds interesting. All right, guys, we're going for our break and we soon come back. Bell, over to you.
In that boring old ceiling of yours? Well, look no more by Thurgood's Construction Limited for all your home improvement, building, and construction needs. We are leaders in exquisite ceiling designs, drywall partitions, and aluminum windows and doors. We also offer a wide selection of electrical, masonry, plumbing, carpentry, and much more. We specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential projects. For more information, call us at 999-2343 or email us at pythconstruction@gmail.com. Pythagoras Construction Limited, where quality and satisfaction are guaranteed.
All right, viewers,
Beach
so this
Bar
is
and
Python
Seafood
Talk.
Grill, located in Hopewell, Hanover, offers you a variety of local Jamaican seafood cuisine. Dine in a tropical garden setting in one of our famous tiki huts, or get your feet wet in the beautiful Caribbean Sea. We also cater to large group parties, weddings, and conferences. We provide free Wi-Fi to all persons dining. Come in and ask about our Sky Beach bed breakfast accommodation. Fully air-conditioned rooms with all modern amenities. We're only 15 minutes away from Montego Bay. Call for reservations 956-5006 or 547-3971. We will be happy to serve you.
All right, guys.
JBell Entertainment TV. Come and share your world with us.
All right, guys. Bell is finally done now. I didn't know that we are going to do 3 adverts, but anyhow. All right. So sorry for interrupting. So welcome to Real Life JA on JBell Entertainment TV. I am your host, Shane Reed. We are back. Yeah, guys, we have been kind of fooling around with this for like 8 years now. You can go on YouTube and even Facebook and see some of the videos and look at us, and you will see that it looked like the 1980s, but it's not. So we've been around for a while, but I'm serious about it now. Bella's been cussing me for years and just giving it to me. I say, yeah, you can do this, just make up your mind. So we're at it, make it work. So please watch, like, subscribe, etc. And if you want us to talk to you, reach out to us. We have a very special guest, a good friend of mine in the person of Senator Dannah Ennis. She is from St. Andrew, and she's actually though working in Hanover to this week, so she's on this side of the world. So you soon hear more about her line of work and all of that. But for now, before we took the break, she was talking about applying for university and UTech. She wanted to do interior decorating. She chose a course that had no connection to apparently. She never knows say you have to pay money if you go to UTech. A whole heap of things she never know. So
Never know.
there, so yeah, you can, if you want to drink water and all of those stuff, you can do it because we're going to be chatting for a while. So you can go ahead and do that. All right. it would have looked better with a Malta though, or a green bottle. But I don't drink anything. I don't drink alcohol. All right, go ahead. You take Daddy.
Yes, and I want to also highlight the comment that asked me, why didn't you not do your research before you went? So this was 2002, guys. So access to information was not there. Um, there was not a lot of access to information. There was not a lot of guide to support persons who are transitioning from high
Yeah,
school
yeah,
to
because
secondary.
not to cut you, because the things that I did as a teacher for my student, walk them through, have had all of these conversation with them. I can't recall those conversations from my high school experience, and you and I are basically in the same timeline in terms of school, just different
Right,
parishes. All
right.
right, cool. Continue. Mm.
Yes, so there was not a lot of access to information, but I had a hunch. And generally, and I'll share a lot of the time, you will realize that there's always been an angel around me at the right time. So my friend and I, we actually went to the same primary school. So we said that we're going to apply to UTech. She chose her course, I chose mine. I went and I did my interview to go to and do this course. My interviewer said to me, there's only one course in the program that is interior decorating, right? So I said, all right, cool, no problem. One of my favorite subjects in Arden was clothing and textiles. So I did OMIC and I did clothing and textile and food prep. So the course was relating to that as well. Right? So the next thing I found out later is that this course is a Bachelor of Education. Now I never intend to be a teacher. That was never in the plan. It just happened that the course is being offered in the School of Technical Education and it's a
Mhm.
Bachelor of Education. That's what I found out later on. So, all right, let's go with the flow. And so we wing it as we usually do, and we go through UTech. My mother lost her job the month before I was supposed to start UTech, and she was my only source of income. And she was a minimum wage paid teacher's assistant. Yeah, that's how the story starts. How did I finish UTech?
You spent
Um,
4 years at UTech, eh?
I spent 4 years, the right duration of time. So I started and finished on time. I didn't took any gap year. I didn't fail any course that I had to do, I had to redo. And we make it. We make it through.
How?
How? The grace of God. So for the first year, so for the first year, my big sister supported for semester one. For semester two, my mother's sister, who is lives in England, also supported. And then to finish, we get one grant, one student grant to finish off year one. So for year two to four, student loan.
Wow.
Yeah.
You pay off your student loan though.
Yes. I paid off my student loan.
And your name never appear in a no paper or anything like that.
Never. So what happened? How do I pay it off? So I actually paid it off before the end date that I was given.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So even now I know my TRN out of my head and people are wonder why. It's because of student loan. Every paper you have, your name no matter. It's your TRN that matters. Okay?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um so in 2000 and about 10 or 11 they had a what you call it? I don't remember what they call it. So I have brain fog regular now, right? So you have to help me with words. So they had a call where they're asking persons to pay off their student loan. and they will get a discount. What you call that? Tell me again.
Um, the word fail me too. But me know which word
Yeah.
you talk about.
Yes. So in 2010 or so, there was that call for persons to come in and pay as much as they can, and they will get a discount. And so I did that. At the time, I think I was getting a partner draw, and I used the partner draw to pay it off and finish with student loan before 2011, and I left UTEC 2006.
So you signed up for UTech. So we're summarizing. Had no idea the course we're doing. Found out that it was a bachelor's of education course. Had no money. Your mother lost her job as a teacher assistant the
Yes.
same year, same month that you
A
started.
month before I was
A
supposed to
month
start.
before you started. And you would have started in August,
I started September.
September. So
I
she
didn't
lost
go
her.
to orientation. Orientation would have been in August. I didn't go.
Mhm.
Yes.
And you. So some persons would have just say, you know what? Now do this. Now do this. Can't bother. I now stress out myself. Mommy never had no job. This, that. And you decided your mind and you basically went through 4 years of tertiary education at VU Tech and sister, auntie, student loan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
so I
That
don't
sounds typical. That sounds Jamaican though.
I don't I don't leave anything unfinished.
Hmm
So once I started, I finished. And I didn't think there was another option. It never occurred to me that there was an option called giving up, called
So
try something else.
it therefore means that as a university students, there were things though that you had to avoid. There were activities or functions, etc., that you could not participate in because you would
Like
not
also.
like the fets. Did you go to any of the fets? Or I'm
Yes,
just assuming
man.
you go a
We
fet, so where you
don't
get money from?
man. You don't know. We don't know. It never cost much them time they know. What we do is that we go early and we leave early.
Well, that's a point. That's a point.
Yeah.
That's yeah,
Yeah, man, we
a
don't
style
fit.
lot, yeah.
Perfect,
Mhm.
man.
And you didn't live on Dorn.
No. I live close to university, so that's one of the
Oh
problems.
yes. So you didn't,
Mm-hmm.
yes, Saint Andrew, yeah. So you didn't have, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well,
But I didn't have any books. I didn't have any books. I couldn't buy any books. And I had to use the school's computer. So I didn't have a computer on my own. Um, so I had to use the school's computer. So there are times when we spend 24 hours at school because we are either doing studying or we are staying back to use the school's computer. And then once it get late, it don't make no sense, go home
so what
because
you do? So what you do? What you, how you sleep?
stay, stay on you text and we talk and we study and then when daylight we go home, go bed or if we're not in a class, we rest. Hmm.
So what you eat for dinner?
Um, so there's a very nice talk shop at UTEC. Yeah, man, sugar bun and cheese, and that we feed farm. Sugar
For
bun and
dinner?
cheese. Yes, sugar bun and cheese. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Can always get a warm sugar bun and cheese.
Your daughter is laughing.
We grow humble and we stay in our lane. So,
Whoa.
so we
All
don't
right.
we don't
Uh,
see people doing extravagance and we say we should have do that. No, we just do what we can afford to do and ease ourselves.
yeah, wipe your
Yeah.
mouth
And
like come
we
on.
turn.
Wipe your mouth like come on foul and move on. And nobody can tell us
Yes.
you're on a steak, you just don't eat.
And
And
another thing is that remember the program I'm doing. Oh, the program I'm doing is to become a home ec teacher, right?
mm-hmm,
So you're studying all areas of home ec, family management, food preparation, and textiles.
mm-hmm.
So we have kitchen. We have access to kitchen.
Yeah, so you can go cook food.
So we cook. We cook when we can cook.
All right. Setting your daughter is asking. So how was your experience since you were new to all of this? Yeah, how was you tech?
UTech was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it without regrets. So you have some persons who would end up doing things that they can't live to talk about it. No, I didn't need to do that. As a matter of fact, I was also involved in a club called African Cultural Renaissance Movement, which is also a Rastafarian club, right? Um, so that was another support group. So I enjoyed it, with embrace my limitations, live within my means. My mother ran a corner shop in the yard of our home. And that is where my resource will come from for both food preparation, practical, as well as monetary resources. So I
Mhm.
didn't, fortunate for me, I was still fortunate, even though I was limited. There were some persons who had to be working and studying. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that.
Um, She's asking, I think she's probably asking you, she's asking if you did or if you attended FET at Ardennes or you're comparing Ardennes FET with Holy Childhood. I don't know if that's what she's asking.
No, that's the thing. I don't know. Well, I think she's asking if fetch in my time was fun as her time now.
Hmm.
Remember in our time we listen to different kinds of music. Music in our times is music that we dance to.
But I think our time was more fun than their time. I don't care.
More fun because you're
Yeah,
dancing.
yeah,
The
yeah.
music that they're listening to now is not dancing music. So when we
I,
go to fete, we dance and we go home,
mhm, mhm, mhm.
right? So when I was at Arden though, I didn't go to anything like that because one, me never have no clothes. I mean, I embarrass myself.
Yeah, yeah,
Me not
yes,
even
and
jeans
true.
wear. Me not wear jeans, gas spook. I never have
Yeah.
no jeans. Never barbecue, nor nothing like that. I didn't have it. And so I didn't want to embarrass myself, so I just don't go.
Yeah, that is so yeah. Same thing I did at Belfield. I'm like, I am not saving my lunch. I love sugar bun and cheese and patty and cocoa bread and backwood when we're ready. I am not saving my lunch money. I mean, I starve save for buy clothes to go a barbecue. So 5 years of high school, no barbecue. We just
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
I
was fine
know.
with it.
Yeah, I
Me never
was.
feel out of
You
place.
know, yeah. Sports Day was good enough, and Sports Day was big, and yeah, that was good enough. Barbecue Christmas time can't stay, and
Yeah.
I don't felt as if I missed anything or whatever.
But there was
I
one thing
understand
though,
you.
not at UTED, there was one thing though that was very memorable in high school. So in the last year of high school, I was more sociable. I went to Jeans Day for the first time, kind of a thing. And I remember one time we went to Jeans Day, and one of my girlfriends said to me that she's going to our primary school because them having something. And so we went, and when we went to our primary school, she then said, "Oh, we can go to our next classmate house and we're gonna run boat." So remember, me still live upper St. Andrew. We go all the way to Quarryville, our classmate house, so we are gonna run boat. We are gonna cook curry chicken and rice. And as soon as we're done cook the curry chicken and the rice, the girl mother come home and run we out. And we have to run left with curry chicken and rice. It burned me, boy. It burned me.
So she never asked her mother permission.
No, and our mother teacher, teachers stay them no. Children of them yard without permission. Come out. We have to run left for curry chicken and rice. We're not
Oh
tasting.
my. But you need brave though.
Bad.
Ghana
Bad.
people, Ghana people, them
To cook
yard
a
gone cook.
cook a whole meal.
Ah,
A whole meal.
Judge Dannah from the tribe of Dan, you got the woman yard, go cook the woman chicken and rice, and the woman don't know say how to cook. Oh gosh, she have a right for running now.
I think that was the most risky thing I've done in high school. I think that was
Yeah,
the most risky
yeah.
thing I did. Yeah. Yeah,
All right,
but
so
you think was fun. We have a good relationship with our lecturers. Even now, one of them just
mhm.
launched a book. Dr. Hope Main, she just launched a book. Another thing about my program, I found out it's
Dr.
now
Hope,
it,
Dr. Hope, not to cut you, Dr. Hope taught me.
yeah,
She's good. She taught me, Jesus Christ, what's the name of the course? Pedagogies across the curriculum
yes sir,
for my master's program. She is good, Dr.
yes sir.
Oatmean. Big up Dr. Oatmean. She is good. I think
Big up Doctor,
I got an A in that course.
big up Doctor Hope. So then I
Yeah.
later also found out that my program was the first program to have a joint certification between TVET and UTEC. So we were guinea pigs that we didn't know. But that so so we were guinea pigs, but we didn't know that we were guinea pigs for the first time in our program. Fortunate for us, our program was accredited before we left.
Hmm.
And so the joint certification now opens up the opportunity for us to use the VTDI facility in Gordon Town.
Hmm.
So we were using their facility. We also had lecturers from VTDI who taught us in our TVET program, right? So that was my first TVET qualification, TVET, Technical Education Vocational Training. So it's a Bachelor of Education slash TVET.
All right. So did you actually teach?
Yes, but never in a public school.
Hmm. Where did you teach?
I never taught in a public school, and um I taught my specialization area, which is clothing and textiles. Where did I teach? So the first number of years in my career, I was actually in special education institution. This I wasn't trained to do, but I was trained in technical education. So my first job in my area was as a center manager at School of Hope.
Hmm.
And this center is for persons who would have graduated regular school, they're adult persons with intellectual challenges, special needs. And so they're now in a program of production. So they are doing things in a production way to be sold for income generation. So they actually used to make placemats from burlap and sold to the Jamaican stores. So I was the center manager there, doing that. Then I left and I worked with Genesis, also in special. I built out their special education program in terms of skills training. So I was one of the senior teachers. What we called it there was staff managers. So there was a staff management team with persons who would focus on different cluster of the school. So one cluster could be um, high school grade 7 to 9, for example, that they're high school age. they're more able. A cluster could be persons who are severely challenged, and then another cluster would be skills training. And so I was the lead for skills training, um, leading instructors to execute the HEART program, which includes data operation, textiles level one, food prep level one, and then also another adult education program for persons who they couldn't fit into those skills training based on the severity of their disability. And so I was leading that for years. So mostly it's in skills, post-secondary skills training institution that I taught or lead persons who are the instructors in those areas. So I've never taught in a in a public school. And a point in time I wanted to, and it just didn't happen. And then when I no longer wanted to, then the opportunities start coming, and it was just never attractive to me anymore.
So in terms, so we're going to fast forward a little bit because we have some other topics to cover. So in terms of career choice, where are you right now, and how is it going?
So for career choice, so I have mastered TVET.
Hmm.
Um, I did my master's in leadership in TVET, and I continue to excel in that area. That area now has grown on me, haven't fall into it, has grown on me. It's my passion, it's my life. So I am a TVET master practitioner and leader, and I focus mainly now on training and development in the industry, in workplaces.
And you're with do you want to say which company you're with now, and how has the experience been?
Um, well, I'm in the manufacturing industry now.
So
Um,
how is that going?
it's good. It's
Hmm.
fulfilling. I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. I'm creating impact. And I will say this, I do what I do every day in all spaces that I am. So even in non-profits, I am doing it. For income, I'm doing it. So I'm in the manufacturing industry. I focus on technical training specifically, but I also do soft skills training and development and partner with external training organizations to provide training and development opportunities for our team members. So it's good, it's fulfilling. I love it.
I can see that and I feel it coming through the screen. All right, guys, we're going to go for our second break. I cannot believe you were so bad in them time. Why didn't you cook at your home? That isn't bad. They were bad stuff.
Good
Uh,
night, my love.
or she gone to bed or something like that.
Yes, she knows her bedtime. She's
Uh,
independent of me today. She's independent. I am in a different parish than she is, and she's managing herself. So
she's managed herself, and
good
and
night,
that
my love.
and that's the thing that we're going to talk about after we come back from this break. We're going to be talking about motherhood. All right, so Bell, over to you, please. Second break.
In that boring old ceiling of yours? Well, look no more by Thurgood's Construction Limited for all your home improvement, building, and construction needs. We are leaders in exquisite ceiling designs, drywall partitions, and aluminum windows and doors. We also offer a wide selection of electrical, masonry, plumbing, carpentry, and much more. We specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential projects. For more information, call us at 999-2343 or email us at pythconstruction@gmail.com. By Thurgood's Construction Limited, where quality and satisfaction are guaranteed.
Sky Beach Bar and Seafood Grill, located in Hopewell, Hanover, offers you a variety of local Jamaican seafood cuisine. Dine in a tropical garden setting in one of our famous tiki huts, or get your feet wet in the beautiful Caribbean Sea. We also cater to large group parties, weddings, and conferences. We provide free Wi-Fi to all persons dining. Come in and ask about our Sky Beach bed breakfast accommodation. Fully air-conditioned rooms with modern amenities. We're only 15 minutes away from Montego Bay. Call for reservations 956-5006 or 547-3971. We will be happy to serve you.
J Bell Entertainment TV. Come and share your world with us.
All right, viewers, welcome to Real Life JA on JBL Entertainment TV. I am your host, Shane Reed. With us, we have our a special guest in the person of Senator Dannah Ennis from JCI St. Andrew slash JCI Jamaica. We have been having a interesting, scintillating, fun conversation for at least an hour now. So thank you for joining us. Please like, comment, subscribe. So those of you who are viewing, please share the link, etc. And don't just stay there and watch. Also comment, and we will read your comment. If you have any questions to ask Senator Dannah, please go ahead and ask. Type it in the chat and I will read it, or she will read it and she can respond. As I said at the start of the show, we have a show on Saturday with Miss Sasha Gay Silk. Yeah, she's from, and we're going to be talking about money. Yeah, investment stuff. That can never too much, right, Senator Dannah? So please join us on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're going to be speaking with Black Dice. He is an artist, so please join us for those two upcoming shows on Saturday and Sunday of this week. Okay, so let's continue with it. Jordan Peterson, and guys, you're gonna hear me talk about him or not, but he speaks a lot about becoming a. You're not mature until you become a parent, and I don't know. You can tell whether or not that is true. You are a mother. You're a mother of a intelligent, bright young lady. Um, is that true?
I am a mother. I'm a mother of one,
Hmm.
um, a very assertive one. Yes.
Yes, yes. I have seen her in action, so I agree with you. Mhm. Experiences so far, the high and the low moments. How has it been?
It hard. Um, it hard. It fulfilling. I'm gonna give you some adjectives. It's hard. It's fulfilling. Um, it's rewarding, and it centers you, right? So nobody taught me to be a parent. Nobody. My mother wasn't around when I got pregnant. Um, so the thing about some of the reasons why I've had some progress and success in developing the child that I have is because I was intentional and I stick to it. I never opt out. I never try to find an escape. I'm actually a single mother, and I've been a single mother for most of her life. So that part is hard, um, but we make it work. And I can give And I can give suggestions of what have worked for me over the years, um, and how God continued to keep his angels around us. So yeah, low part is that um, I became a single mother. Um, and I opted to be a single mother because marriage life wasn't working out. Um,
So you were married.
I was married. I
Mm.
was married. So that wasn't working out. And for my sanity and for her healthy development, I hopped out of marriage, and we got separated. And I struggled on my own. And I protected her from any kind of emotional distress that I was feeling. So she rarely knows what the reality is because I've provided security. So those are the hard parts. Finding the finances on your own, um, that is very difficult. Dealing with medical bills and all of that, your own health plus your child's health, that's a lot. Um, what were some of the rewarding things
Yeah,
about it
the high point.
is
Yeah,
is that along the way you got a community of people to support you. And I've always had that. So we lived in Mandeville. My eldest brother is in Mandeville, and we lived there for probably 4 or 5 years with him. Um, and then I had a community that happened. I had taxi drivers that were very trustworthy. So I've always traveled to different parishes for work. And when I have to, teachers will keep her overnight. Taxi drivers will pick her up from school and meet me somewhere else, and then we go home, etc. And so I had that. And then when we moved, um, I got a different community because when we moved, I moved because she was gonna start prep school. She did went to prep school. And I chose prep school not because I could afford it, but I chose prep school because I was intentional about the educators that I wanted to be held accountable for development. So I had to hustle. And so I could not afford for her to go to an institution where when she comes home, I have to reteach her. And I wanted educators who will be held accountable and who will take responsibility for our education. And so all I needed to do was to also the tuition and all the other expenses, and both herself and her teachers will be responsible for her education. Mm. And then I had good neighbors. So when she reached home before me, she stayed with the neighbors. And we did that for many years. So those were some of the high points. School reward me every year that she was in prep school for being a committed parent. Um, and I didn't have to do much because we had discussion. My daughter and I would have discussion, and I said, "This is what you are responsible for," which is paying attention in school and learning the concepts. Because when it comes down to homework, I'm not helping you. Homework is your responsibility. I can't come home tired and be teaching you what the teacher should have taught you. If you don't understand, say you don't understand. Because when you come home, you need to do your homework. And so we had that understanding from early. So she was responsible for everything surrounding what education is. You need to pack your own bag, you need to prepare for school, you need to show up for school prepare, you need to ensure that you understand the concept, you need to do your homeworks, you need to communicate with me in a timely manner. When you need resources, you can't tell me tonight that you're gonna need resources tomorrow for school. Because one, I have to budget, and two, is based on my availability. So as soon as you know, you tell me, because I can't just come up with money and resources. So my daughter and I had that conversation from early on. And so she was very responsible and still is. Um, so those were the high points. I always happen to have a community around me. I didn't have to do it on my own like that, except for the finances. But neighbors were always good. She was always on a private school bus that picks her up from home and take her to school. So I didn't have to worry about running from somewhere to go pick her up. So those were some of the things that I put in place early on, and it worked for us. And when it's no longer working, we switch it up together and we make the decision together. So she understands what our aim is so we can meet it together. So those are some of the good things that came out of so far.
It truly takes a village to raise a child. That's one of your sister
Yes, it does.
service, Yone.
Yes.
And oh yeah, you were on supporting her, so she's here supporting you now. All right. Big
Thank
up
you,
yourself,
Yoni.
Yone. All
Yes, it
right.
does.
Yeah, it does. And I'm sure we're all prospective parents here watching. So yeah, cool. Advice for new and prospective mothers. Some are watching. What some advice you'd give to them?
One, don't feel like you have to be in a situationship to make it through.
What is a situationship?
A situationship is when you have to depend on a spouse.
So what if you have a spouse?
If you
Isn't
have
it
a
like
spouse, fine.
okay?
But you have some females who believe that I can't do this on my own. We need a boyfriend, we need a man, we need to find a stepfather. So don't believe that you must be in a situationship to make it as a single parent. Right? Be respectful to the people that are around you and be very, very observant, right? Because you have to learn to identify when it's safe and when it's not safe for your child. You have to identify that and you have to help them to identify that. One of the habits that I developed with my daughter that I didn't even realize I was doing it is that every evening when I would pick her up from preschool from she was 2, I will ask her, how was your day and what happened? And from that, those kind of practice, daily practice, she learns to give me a report and we develop trust, right? So she can say anything to me right now. Anything at all she can say to me right now. And that kind of relationship is important between children and their parents. Right? So that
Ah,
those are those, yes, yes.
what do you mean by she can say anything, any conversation at all?
Any conversation, any conversation, and I will tell her when she's in the wrong, what she needs to be mindful of, based on what actions may lead to certain kind of repercussion, how to choose friends. We have those conversations.
Is it that you're saying that finding step parents, whether it is female or male, might put your child or children in danger? So if you can go it alone, you go it alone. Is that what you're saying? Or you're not saying that?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
Mhm.
don't believe that it's because you're in this situation means
You
that
sh-
the solution is to find anybody that can help you financially.
ah,
Choosing a spouse, a partner, a husband, whatever, that's fine and all, that takes consideration. But don't believe, don't accept that you must have a partner because a lot of us now are looking at relationship as transactional, right? Don't believe that this is the solution. I need to have a boyfriend. If this one don't work out, me need to find one quick. Me can't pay my bills by myself. Fine. Reduce your expenses. Live humbly. Stay in your lane. Don't watch what everybody else will do. Use your skills and your talents to achieve the finances that you need to achieve. Don't believe that the relationship should provide a finance. Because when you go into some of these relationships with that is the goal, is that I need to get a boyfriend or a man right now because me need help with my child, me need help with my expenses. You are putting yourself in a spot, a very uncomfortable spot where you now will accept any kind of bad behavior. And those bad behavior could be that your child is being abused and you can't do anything about it because your aim was to get the finances. Or you are being abused, but you can't live because you not see yourself living without the money there where you normally get. You have to be very careful of the people that you invite into your life and your children's life.
All right. Any more advice for prospective mothers?
I realize that a lot of persons, male and female, don't want to be parents. And I'm going to say it is okay. If you don't want to do it, it is okay. Don't let society make you feel less than because you choose a life without children.
Oh, come on. The
You
birth
can
rate is
still
going
give
down.
love. Yeah, but you can still give love. There's a lot of children who can be fostered, mentored without you going having a child and you didn't want to. You feel pressured because everybody else around you at your age is having children and they're calling you names. For the males, they may say that like women, when your decision is strictly based on you don't want to be a parent, it's fine. That that's my view. It's fine. So don't succumb to peer pressure to be a parent when you didn't plan to.
All right. All right. Is there, so we move from motherhood. Um, is there something that you change about yourself, Danny, Judge Danny? Is there something that you change about yourself?
No,
Oh, come on, come on, come on. There must be
no.
something.
One of the things that
Taller.
no, absolutely not. Height is overrated. Height is overrated. I
Uh,
would say to you, Shane, that there's nothing short about me. There's nothing that I am short of. I say that, right? I'll absolutely not change anything about me. I'm a lifelong learner. That's one. And so the things that I would have learned along the way, I embrace them and I accept them. And I love the fact that I have learned lessons and learned from these lessons. I love that because it's my story, it's my experiences that is helping me to make a difference in other people's life. So I wouldn't change anything. Perhaps some of the pains that I've felt, I would want those pains to be less. Maybe traumas that I've gone through, I probably hope that I didn't go through them. But the fact that I would have gone through them and I would have overcome says a lot. Says I can say to somebody else, it will be better. It will get better. So I wouldn't change anything.
all righty. Do you think you're easily misunderstood?
Oh yes, sure. Years you know me. Years you think you know me. Years you think you know me. But you didn't know so much about me. Yes, I'm very much misunderstood. And one of the things that I'm most misunderstood about is my facial features. I don't have a smiling face. I'm not always smiling. And so people will see my my facial features and will say I'm miserable, I'm unapproachable, etc. But once we start to socialize, once we start to talk, then they realize that it's probably just a facade, or is that my mind is somewhere else. A majority of the time, I do not know what my face looks like. So yes, I'm very much misunderstood. I'm quiet. I'm a natural introvert. Um, and clearly, a lot of people don't believe me. But I'm a natural introvert, and I rarely talk. And based on my formative years, when I told you that I don't socialize a lot, it means I'm a natural introvert. I've become assertive over the years, but I'm a natural introvert. Um, so
Yeah, and I think for a culture where it is expected that you have to be out there, you have to be the life of the party, persons can find that strange because even and then you are a teacher. Even this, sometimes I'm doing this and I'm a teacher, and I say to people that, yeah, I don't really like talking, and you're like, really? I said, no. Yeah, so I understand you. I understand you.
yes,
But
majority
do
of the time I'm misunderstood because I'm introverted.
but
Um,
is there anything that you could think you could do though to kind of um, reduce the amount of misunderstanding of who Danny is, or you're fine with being misunderstood?
to be to be honest, sometimes I like it because sometimes I like to surprise people. Um, I do. And then a lot
Okay,
of the
Danny. Okay.
I do like to be misunderstood because then
I mean, what's? Oh, come
the
on.
the presentation that you give, the atmosphere that you create once you start to shine your light, people become to most people have aha moments like, really? So it is Steve? Yes. But I don't tend to enjoy when I'm being called on, when my energy is being drained a lot. So I embrace being misunderstood. But what I do in the spaces that I don't want to be misunderstood is to clarify, um, to clarify who I am, why am I here. But in the spaces where it really don't matter, the older I get, the less I care about what you think about me. Um, but in the spaces that matters to me, then I clarify, then I express more about my objectives and my stands, and then that's surface.
All right. So thank you for being well. You have always been when you open up, you have always been frank. So thank you for being frank and being honest, Senator Dannah Ennis. We're gonna shift gear into another aspect of her life. And thank you guys for joining. Thank you for watching. I know you're there watching, so please like and comment if you have any questions. Please ask in the chat, and please subscribe to JBell Entertainment TV on Instagram and YouTube on Facebook. And I know he's on TikTok too, so or we are on TikTok too, so please subscribe and so you can see and watch Senator Danny and others. So we how long have I known you now? Probably some 5 years or so, or six or
This
something
is
like
the
that.
sixth year.
This is the
This
sixth
is the sixth year for friendship.
year. Yeah. So it was about this time 6 years ago I would have met you.
Yes,
And we met because of an organization that is called Junior Chamber International, or JCs of Jamaica, formerly JCs of Jamaica. And you were introduced to the organization by a good friend of ours,
yes.
Andrea Rod. I haven't. It's surprising that I have not seen her comment.
She's probably at work.
Oh heck! And I know she might be beating herself from not for not being able to watch
Yes,
because
yes,
she would be in the chat commenting and carrying on. So she saw you at a funeral.
yes.
So take us there. Take us from there and say, um, how did you how did you take that? Why did you even bother to listen to this lady and to come? And yeah, so walk us through funeral. Andrea is something else. All right, continue.
So, yes. So I did meet her at a funeral. However, I was searching.
Mm-hmm.
I just came back into, actually, I was, should I say, reorientating myself to St. Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
Having been away for a while, for years, I wasn't living in St. Catherine. And so when I came back and I was reorientating myself to the community based on what I was doing in Clarendon, I said, I want to bring um, some skills training development to my community, and I need to meet my council and my MP to do it because these things were valuable where I was coming from. Separate and apart from that, another moment of search was the fact that in when I was doing my masters, I tried to apply for a grant from NCB and I was denied. And based on the questions that they asked me, and a lot of it were regarding volunteer activities and how I was involved, and I realized that I have not been involved in volunteer activities for many years. And it was a moment of refining myself because when I was younger and in high school and university, I used to be a part of police youth club and I enjoyed it. So in that reorientation, I was looking for those things that brought me joy. And when I went to the funeral, it was actually our friend's funeral. And my sister was there and I was asking because she lives um in the community and been living there. So I was asking her about MPs and the councillor and who are they. And then she pointed out the councillor to me. And so I went over to introduce myself to the counselor to ask her about what was happening in the community for youth, etc. What were the opportunities? And that's when Andrea said to me, I want you to be a part of my organization. Come and be a part of my organization. And I didn't know Andrea at the time. But when she said, come and be a part of my organization and so on, so she started sending it to me. I said, all right, I'll come. And then I went to my first meeting. I think it was in January.
February.
Um, it
St.
was
Andrew.
February.
Are you
Yes,
talking St. Andrew?
February. Yeah, I think it was. No, no, it was January. It
So
was
you went.
January that I went to my first meeting in St. Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's non-profit and I spend a lot of time in non-profit as an income as a job. So I was working in non-profit. And so I knew a lot about business because I was managing the non-profit business, which is an post-secondary institution. So based on what they said they were doing for the year, I was asking a lot of questions. In particular, one of the questions was about opening a new account.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why is it at this point in time we're opening a new account? What is the historics of the organization? Why you need to open a new account? And is it every year that you plan to open
Mm-hmm.
a new account and things like that? And I said, based on the questions that are asking, some persons were impressed
Mm-hmm.
that I visited, and they wanted me to stay and be more involved. Um, and latter part of that month, I was invited to first national meeting. Was it so?
Yes,
Or
yes,
the
yes.
next month?
It
Yeah.
was the next month,
Um,
February. Mm-hmm.
the next month where I met you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
because even before that, Andrea was set on she wants her national president to meet me and to talk to me. And I think she passed on my number to you, and you were
Yeah,
coming.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. So that is really how JCI met me, and I met JCI. We became acquainted. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yes. I met you at the first national meeting, and that was a national meeting. Yeah. I don't
yes,
know if you remember that night, what happened.
yes, yes. And I love to tell the story, Shane,
Hmm.
because continuously in JCI, I've met the most beautiful people inside and out.
Hmm.
Um, both locally that night, beginning with that night, and the other day I was telling a prospective member, beginning that night. Um, and then as I continue to travel to meet more JCI members, it's the organization that has the most beautiful people inside and out. So first national meeting was in Montego Bay. And at the time I drank, and one of my go-to drinks was Guinness. I was a Guinness girl. Because I drank coffee and my coffee has to be black and strong. And so Guinness was the same kind of taste and energy as coffee. So I drank a half a Guinness and I wasn't feeling well. Um, and I realized that I wasn't feeling well and I couldn't put my finger on why I wasn't feeling well. And the fact that I'm asthmatic and I didn't have my pump made me feel more unwell and uneasy. And so my JCI team members decided that we're going to take you to a hospital. But we're not taking you to Cornwall because we don't know how long we're going to stay there. So, and at the time, as a matter of fact, how I reached the first national meeting because I was broke. I
Hmm.
was doing my master's, I was doing part-time. My daughter was going to prep school, and my part-time hustle is to send me to school and send my daughter to school. I had no extra money. And
Hmm.
based on, I guess, the presentation of myself in JCI St. Andrew's meeting, they said, don't worry yourself. We'll put together money and we'll carry you to our first national meeting because we want you there.
Hmm.
And I'm like, cool, no problem. So they paid for me. They took me there. I had to pay nothing. So when they said, we're not going to carry her to Cornwall because we don't know how long we're going to stay. And we don't know if you're going to get the medical attention. So we are carried to hospital. And I said, I don't have no money. And I don't have my health card. So what you mean? And they said, don't worry yourself. And they took me to hospital. They
Yeah,
paid for my
Dolene,
medical
yeah,
expenses
Dolene and the whole away.
and they stayed with me. And it turns out I was actually having an anxiety attack. And they took me back because I was treated and released. And they took me back and they
Hmm.
took care of me. And I
Hmm.
was telling a prospective member the other day that this was one of my first impression of JCI members. And one of the main reasons why I stayed, even now as an associate member, is because I was warmly welcomed and I want to continue warmly welcoming person to this organization because there's a lot to offer.
Hmm. 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 All right, so thank you for that. Taking me down memory lane. I'm just reflecting on all of us standing and sitting there waiting in hospital,
Worried,
worried. I say, "Oh my
worried.
God, what happened?" Because the asthma and all of those things, and we were like, and we said, we now go home, whether we have to sleep, hospital, or sit down. Yeah, we were. Yeah, that's the organization. And yeah, as you said, not have no money. And a
Yeah,
business come
yeah.
carry it.
Mm-hmm.
We file lunch money, give we pay for your room, whatever it is. We're going to a meeting, we're going to Kingston, and you,
Yeah,
Shane,
yeah,
you, Dannah, you are
yeah,
coming. Don't tell me nothing. Yeah, come. Yeah, that
yeah,
was my experience too, and I'm happy that you had that experience. Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So, advice for females in leadership. How? in positions outside of JC, inside of JCI and outside of JCI, what advice would you give to them?
Okay, so I have been a female leader for a while,
Hmm.
both in nonprofits and outside of nonprofits. As I said before, I'm misunderstood a lot because I'm a lot observant. I'm a lot observant. I'm very quiet. I'm very different. I think differently than a lot of persons. And so, how I execute in my role, especially in JCI, it comes with a lot of battles that you have to fight because one, people may try to overshadow you because you're not as loud as the regular kind of leader who normally loud and them assertive and them presents a different, and you are not that. Generally females are not that egotistical, and so you may have a lot of challenges. One of the things that I would suggest for females is that there are some innate characteristics that you have. You have intuition, you have empathy, based on your natural makeup. You see things differently because if intuition that you are blessed with as a female, so you see a lot of things, you observe a lot of things that may go unnoticed for a lot of persons who are not in tune with their emotions. Emotion as a female is not a bad thing because emotional intelligence is a skill that makes you a great leader. And so, no matter if you are an introvert, if you are short like me, if you are taller than me, um, the fact that you're a female, you may have challenges, especially in areas that are male dominated. And I'm going to say to you as a female leader, the things that the characteristics that you naturally have, embrace them. Most of my career, I've had male leaders. We actually work good together. Um, but when you meet with female leaders, especially one that embrace those innate characteristics, you're usually inspired, and that's something that female leaders tend to naturally have over male leaders. You are very inspiring if you embrace who you are and not to be something or someone differently. So embrace your natural tendency, your natural characteristics, and let your light shine, and you will be an awesome leader.
All right, thank you, Senator Danny. I seen that's Alicia Mitchell, 9780. This too shall pass. Indeed, yeah. Nothing remains the same forever. So you came as a prospective member in 2020. COVID came and changed everything. We did not see each other face to face
For a
after
while.
February 2020 for about probably 2 years until about 2022 or something like that, where we actually saw.
Yes.
Yeah, you grew, you went through the organization, you served. Share with us some memories from your career so far in the
All of
organization.
my career? Oh, in the
From
organization.
yes, JCI, yes, JCI memories, yes. Mhm.
Okay, so I actually didn't aspire to be a JCI leader, um, because I'm naturally introverted and I tend to not want to be shown up.
Mhm.
Even doing an interview like this where the world will see me, I pondered for weeks, do I really want to do this? Um, but at this point in my life and my career, I'm fine sharing my story, sharing my journey. When I
Mhm.
do share it in small spaces, that it has inspired others. So I hope it continue to inspire persons to take a leap of faith.
Mhm.
So I didn't aspire. I I spent my first year after I was inducted in end of 2020, 2021, I was a local treasurer. And I ruffled feathers because I was stern. As a treasurer, I took it seriously that I will be responsible for the finance, and if the finance is not going the right way and I'm not being privy to information, I'm not going to say in front of you that I know and then behind you I go find out. No, I'm going to say in front of you that I don't know and you didn't give me the information. And so that ruffled feathers because I was frank. I was Danae, no, not Frank. I was Danae, and being, as you said, judgy and straightforward. Um, 2022, I became local president, and it happens to be the 50th year of the local organization JCI St. Andrew. And that came with a lot of expectations from our prior presidents and senators and what they hoped the year would look like. And I had to deal with a lot of pressure from them. A lot of persons didn't know and still don't know that while being a local president, I was also battling depression and anxiety. And that has nothing to do with the organization. That had a lot to do with my personal life. And so I was battling anxiety and depression, and while showing up and excelling as a local president. Um, and I ended the year as a good 50th year for the organization and left the legacy behind. The following year, 2023, I did not want to enter national organization because that was the next trajectory. A local president, then you start serving on national. And I didn't want to. Um, I just didn't want to. But then other local presidents, I guess they were inspired me and they wanted me to go forward in the career. So they nominated me at convention to serve as executive vice president. And there were senators there saying that, oh, I believe you can do it. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to do. And but when I was nominated, I'm like, all right, if you don't want me to serve, you serve. So I served as executive vice president in 2023, where I got the opportunity to attend Leadership Academy in Japan, Shizuoka, Japan. Um, and there I continued to meet beautiful people and fell in love with Asia. Fell in love with Asia. And that was an experience on itself. 2024, I became national president, which actually took a fight. A large percentage of person didn't want me to be national president, and then another percentage saying that why not? And so at the end of the fight, I became national president 2024. Um, and I brought a different look, a different kind of vision to the organization. Even you, Shane, when I appointed you a director of sustainability, most persons are like, what is sustainability? And that has nothing to do with JCI. We've never had a director of sustainability. So why you want to do it now? Da, 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 da. And so it took a lot of my year um, communicating the vision of why we need to go into this direction for the national organization to grow and flourish, etc. And I got some good wins. Um, I was I guess the first person to become national president in 4 years within the first 4 years of their JCI career. And that shocked a lot of people. And they're like, why? How come you became national president so quick? Um, and then in 2025, I was one of the first person to become senator within 5 years of JCI career. And so I guess I made some impression on a lot of people. And of course, that ruffled feathers because they can't understand why somebody like you just excel so fast. But I'm who I am, and I think differently. And I've always pride myself that I think differently. I'm creative. I cut from a different cloth. But one of the key things is to communicate Um, and I had a lot of challenge doing that because a large majority of the membership were Gen Zs, and I'm a millennial. And so we didn't speak the same language.
Mhm,
So there was
mhm,
a lot of challenge communicating the vision. Leading in a non-profit organization is very, very challenging because you can't fire them. You can't fire people.
mhm.
And you can't threaten them with sticks and carrots and say, if you do
Mhm,
this, you get this. And so you
mhm,
rely on influence and soft soaping and
mhm,
just
mhm.
trying to take them along the way, step by step, for them to buy into your vision and your action. And that was very rewarding for anybody who wants to be a leader. Because if you can lead in a non-profit, you can lead in any organization.
Yeah, you can. You basically, I think you can. You can. And I must say, we did have that conversation about the sustainability thing. I was like, huh?
Yep.
Because I can be very tradition oriented,
Yep.
and and I can be strong headed, and but yeah, I'm cool when I'm ready, but I'm steep in tradition, and I appreciate tradition. And so I remember having that conversation, and I mean, you tasked me and you ensured that the constitution and the policy document was done. And this is something that I had carrying with me for probably like 10 years, or if not. And it was done during your year. I mean, I remember we having to have meetings on weekends for like,
Yes.
we start at 11 o'clock and sometime at 2 o'clock. We are still going through the policy document and constitution. And it came out good. So commendations to you.
Yeah. Thank
Of
you.
course, we are
And to
human.
you.
Yeah, we're human beings, but and there are probably a little bit of areas where we didn't. But the
Yeah.
the new generation, 5 years time, you can look back at that constitution
Yeah.
and policy document and say, okay, those millennials,
Yes. Yes.
those
Yes.
those millennials um, didn't look at this way, didn't look at this way, or let us say that and let us say that. So they can do that, but we basically, you led the way in giving the organization about in our 10th year, 9 years as a national organization, a
Yeah.
policy document and constitution that I was thinking the other day, this is actually now making it even easier to have chapters popping up, because there is
Yes.
actually a document now, a thing now where you can say, all right, this is how we start chapters, this is how we do, and it is in the constitution, and etc. etc. So commendations to you for that. So
Thank you.
take a bow.
And if you realize now, our world president has a sustainability committee. So
Yes,
that's
I
how
didn't
forward
realize
thinking
that.
I was.
I didn't oh yes, she does. Ali does.
Yes.
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 Mm. And I'm sure you and
So
Ali
that's
are
how
good.
forward thinking I was. But people didn't realize that, I was making sense because it was unheard of. It's never been done before. Why you think you
Hmm.
can change it now? But that's
Hmm.
usually what happens when you are introducing change. You have to
Hmm.
navigate the pushback and to help people to understand what is the vision, the purpose, the
Hmm.
objectives. And it takes a while for persons to buy in. So you have to be
Hmm.
patient with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. Bear, let me know when is the next break, but I will pause and say, guys, those of you who are watching, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, ask questions. I think you basically, and I'm skimming and scamming through my questions, and I think you have basically answered some of them without even me asking, because you know that you're intelligent and bright like that. So, all right. If you didn't go too deep, you could say, how has the organization helped to shape you some more? You did mention that, but is there
Yeah,
anything?
but
Is there anything that
for
you didn't?
sure.
zero in on, you can go ahead and say that no.
For sure. So one of the things that being a parent taught me, and a very intentional parent execution that taught me was patience. Because even when my daughter would show tantrums, I was like, okay, I'm gone. And I do this in public without, being afraid of the crowd around me and what they will say.
Hmm.
So I thought I was a very patient and tolerant person, and I was very emotionally intelligent, etc. Right? But in JCI, a lot more was reinforced and introduced to me. We talk about working in a multi-generation organization, which JCI is, because you're working with boomers as senators, you're working with Gen X, you're working with Gen Z, you're working with millennials, and that's multi-generational. And so that kind of extra exposure helps you to work with different personalities and different generation, and effective communication for those different kind of target audiences. It also pushes you to come out of your comfort zone and interact with the community, because you have to do community impact projects. You have to go into your communities that you have never lived in. You know nobody there, no one there, and so you have to communicate. You have to find the resource and the contact persons to find the challenges that they're having, to develop projects to help them to solve those problems, and those kind of exposure to talk out, to talk up, to communicate, to follow up. Even when it becomes uncomfortable, you are forced to do it, and that kind of I hear Markland say it builds your muscle. Gives you muscle memory. So
Yeah.
even in this case, when you have to do it, because you want to be successful, you want to be a successful leader, you want to leave your impact at the end of the year, you want to solve the objective that you enter those leadership years with. So you have to make the effort to do things that you have never normally done, you have no experience doing, because the opportunity is there for you to always learn a new lesson. And so JCI also provided those opportunities where I could error. I could talk to somebody, and the conversation was not um, good. They left feeling some sour sort of way. And then you have the opportunity to change it without it impacting the lifetime of a relationship, right? As against, so in an organization where you speak to someone and the conversation was a favor because you didn't have good customer service skills, and your tone came off a certain way, and they write you off or they report you, and then that kind of experience take with you into the organization where you may be overlooked for certain opportunities because one time you did talk to somebody and the wrong person, um, and you just never sound good. You did sound just like you have no manners, and so them write you off. And so in JCI, when those experiences come, you are coached to approach different personalities different way, and to mend relationships when you have those kind of uncomfortable interactions. Some of those things you learn about different culture. When I was in Japan, I was in a room with 90 odd persons, I think, um, from different cultural background, 60 odd persons from different countries. You're talking about different religious beliefs in one room. You're doing leadership training. And we all were there for one reason, and that reason was we all wanted world peace and we want to contribute to it. And so we want to develop projects and programs in our own country. And we're representing our country as cultural ambassador at the same time. But we are walking away with programs and insight to make our country better. So your religion didn't matter. And so you have more tolerance for persons of different religious beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
JCI exposed you to that. You realize that your beliefs were limited, your awareness were limited, and you now open up yourself to embrace these new information. So those were some of the good things that I learned, and continue to learn because I want to, because I am a lifelong learner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You'll be in Antigua.
No, I really, really wanted to, but it's going to stretch me. But
Yeah,
one of the good thing is I have Antiguan friends and I can visit anytime.
yeah. I really want to be in Antigua myself, but let's see.
Yeah, it's gonna
Let's.
stretch me. I'm hoping to go back to Japan because I do have a Japanese family that I'm still
Yeah,
close with.
I Mark Lanny said,
Yes, yes,
Brazil,
yes, Markland.
you have to go to Brazil,
I
and
want to.
JCI members, JCI Jamaica members, listen. If we don't go to Antigua, if the pocket beats us for Antigua, let's rally back and settle down and say, hey, Brazil, we have to go to Brazil. I don't care. God, preserve my mind, my body, my soul, my health. Bless my pocket because, hello, Brazil is
Yes,
a bucket list for
yes,
me. And
yes.
I cannot go into Brazil by myself because, like you, I am not one of those persons going to just go out there and say, hey, no, I need
You need a.
I need something.
Yes,
So JCI conference in Brazil. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
2027.
2027. Yeah. So all my Brazil friend. Yeah, and I have to, and then that's the same year as Japan. And
Yes,
I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm praying.
double, double,
Baba, I am
double,
praying.
double.
I am praying. I am going to fast. I am going to hustle. And yeah, Bell. So I don't know how you're going to do it, but you're going to have to be
Double,
probably
double.
calling me and say, Shane, are you available? Because I will have to start hustle because I have to go to Brazil and I have to go back to Japan because I have a family
Yes,
in Japan that I need to keep
yes,
up with. I need to
yes,
see them. I need to say, guys, well, I have on more weight, I guess.
yes,
Not as slim
yes.
as 2019 and all that, but how are you doing? Because Japan is different.
Yeah. Love it,
It's
love
an
it, love it,
Yes, I
love it, love
love
it.
it. It's an alternate universe, and in Japan, I came out of myself and out of my shell because
Yes,
um I didn't want to be obnoxious, and I was like, hey, these folks, they went through, they studied everything about my country, they knew
yeah,
everything, they practiced, they prepared, and they were like,
yeah,
you're Jamaican and this is this and this is this, and I'm like, okay, I get it, I am a Jamaican.
yes. The other day, my Japanese family went to the reggae festival in
Mhm.
Tokyo and sent me photos.
Yeah, I
So
am
they
like,
are as Jamaican as I am Japanese.
yes, yes, and I am like, guys, I am Jamaican, and I do not think I am as excited about Jamaica as you are. Just chill.
Yes,
So, and I did one thing that I realized that, hey, it's not our culture, but it is a part of their culture. And I was like, when I finally realized what they were asking me to do, I was
yeah,
like, okay, Shane, just man up. Yes, and
yes,
you're going to do this because you're here, you're a brand ambassador, you're representing Jamaica, you're representing JCI, and you're not going to come off as being obnoxious and like, no, not doing this. no, this is against my culture. We don't do these things. And
Yes,
when I went
yes,
into that bath and came out, I was like, Superman, Clark Kent,
yes,
ready to take on the world.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah, man. It is a culture that is, I
yes,
mean, when I came back here, I was like, oh gosh, oh gosh, nah, where did I just go?
yeah. Love it. I'm
Yeah,
1% Japan. I'm
yeah, I'm
1%
1%
Japanese
Japan.
right now.
I
Yeah,
agree
I'm
with you, and
1% Japanese.
I really, we, all of us, Markland, me, you, Renil, Odell, all of us
Yeah,
who have gone, we need to just group up, find some money, help up out each other, and say hello. We're going back to
let's
check our
yeah.
families.
Yes, it's a reunion.
It's a reunion, and I know that they're waiting to see us because one of them, he messaged me the other day, and he's like, when are you coming back to Japan? And I say, whenever Japan is hosting the next World Congress.
Oh,
Um,
well, you have no excuse now. You said it.
oh God. Sometimes it's non-JCI folks won't understand. Yeah, you spend the money and you go experience the world. You live one life. I mean, some people use money to work hobby upon people. Like, duh. We are
And that
using
not
them,
benefit none of
and
them.
that now benefit none of them. And that now benefit them. Then go Obia man. I wish I was a Obia man sometime because God, I would be rich.
You that.
Well, anyhow, but we are using our resources to travel the world and to learn and to grow and meet new people and have friends. I mean, I can say I have friends in 100 countries.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
My daughter mocks me when I say, oh, you don't have a friend. I have a friend in almost every country, you know.
every country in the world, I have a friend, and
Yeah. And she's
when
like, name them. And I name them. And I name them. And I'm like, I have a Sandra in Madagascar. I have a Sandra in Nigeria. I have a Flo in Malta. And I name them.
Yeah, your females are different, but as males, we don't even have to chat. We just have to say, youth.
Yeah.
So me I come out, so I say, really? Link up and we're good to go. Yeah, all right. Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's that. So Brazil, Markland, please start work the budget
Yes,
so
yes,
that
yes,
we can do Brazil. I really want to be in Antigua, but some businesses me I do kind of
yes. It's gonna stretch me. It's gonna stretch
stretch me
me
and
real
I
fast.
shape me. But I pray and see if some things might happen and we might be able to join our West Indies brothers and sisters in Antigua in May for ERA conference. So those of you who are watching, we have 4 eras in JCI, and the 4 eras meet from May into June, and then we meet at World Congress normally in October and November, the entire world. So
Yeah.
the Americas in May, we should be in Antigua. They'll let me know when it is the time for the next break, our final break, as we are. Bell says no, so we're going for our final break, and then we come back and wrap up with Senator Dannah Ennis. So stick and stay, don't go nowhere.
Yes.
All right.
In a boring old ceiling of yours? Well, look no more by Thurgood's Construction Limited for all your home improvement, building, and construction needs. We are leaders in exquisite ceiling designs, drywall partitions, and aluminum windows and doors. We also offer a wide selection of electrical, masonry, plumbing, carpentry, and much more. We specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential projects. For more information, call us at 999-2343 or email us at pythconstruction@gmail.com. Pythagoras Construction Limited, where quality and satisfaction are guaranteed.
All right, guys, welcome back to Real Life JA on JBell Entertainment TV. We are in the last moments of a very scintillating, nice, interesting conversation. I'm your host, Shane Reed, and we have with us our special guest, Senator Dannah Ennis. And thank you, Danny. I know this is not normally you, and you have been open. Because yeah, you know, I have sometime I have to press you. I won't answer that, Shane. I won't say. But you have been very open this evening, and I've learned some things about you that have had no. And you know, one of the things I realized that the organization has, even with Markland interview when Markland
Yeah.
was talking, and some of the things that he was going through, and then I'm hearing you going through stuff, and I realize that we find ourselves as an organization being in people's life and helping people and pushing people and say, yeah, man, go there, do that, and we don't even know that these persons are going through these things and having their challenges, and
Yeah.
it's just yeah, yeah.
So you know what I tell myself, Shane?
Mhm.
What keeps me going is similarly to how I knew that information is lacking for a good percentage of our youths, for example, and our young people, and they don't know what opportunities there are out there for them. It empowers me to wake up every day knowing that I have to make a difference because there are people
Mhm.
out there that needs me. And so that is why I enjoy the things that I do. That is why even when I'm going through my own mental illness, my depression, my anxiety, my challenges, my financial challenges. At the end of the day, what I say and what I do can impact somebody positively. And it may be just that day that I get the opportunity to do it. So I still do it.
Yeah, but now I'm realizing that you're in a meeting with somebody, you're laughing with somebody, and you're probably actually helping to keep the person sane and
Yeah,
distract them from all of these things. That is, whoa, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yes, why should they join JCI? What will they gain if they join JCI as we come down?
You're getting a package,
Hmm.
um, a very, should I say, a nostalgic, a diamond, as a gift that you're getting because the things that people yearn for, especially as professional, or young professionals, the thing that you yearn for, you hope that you get is 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 in JCI, and in some sense for free, right? So you hope that you have a network of professionals that can guide you, can mentor you, that can coach you. When I was searching for a nonprofit to get involved in, um, I realized that a lot of nonprofits will have like membership fees, and membership fees that were not affordable to me in my circumstances at that time. Even though JCI have a membership fee, it's it's more affordable than a lot more, and you're getting a lot more for your small membership fee of 4,500 or $5,000, right? And so you're getting a network, you're getting persons who are willing, and are available to coach and mentor you. You are getting skills that are transferable, life, life thing, lifetime skills, right? You're understanding where your deficiencies are, where your areas of improvement are. And you don't have to pay somebody to tell you. You don't have to fail, to know, and you can improve if you want to. Because if you
Hmm.
have challenges communicating effectively and you are guided on how to improve that, it's then now up to you to put that in practice if you want to improve on your communication. And so a lot of other soft skills that workplaces are looking for proficiency in, you can get in JCI that you may not get in a university or a formal education institution. You're getting emotional intelligence training and practice, communication skills, interpersonal skills, You're developing relationships, your writing skills improve, your assertiveness improve, your personal brand improve, and most importantly, your personal presentation improve. Because when you come to JCI meetings, you're expected to present yourself as a professional. And so you continue to learn a lot of skills that are transferable. And will take you a very far distance. I will say to persons, when you go to an organization, especially when you have been into a tertiary institution, um, 45 of you are at the end of the year, you saw UTEC and you with graduation big, right? At the end of that graduation is all of y'all look working. All of you are seeking employment. But what sets you a cut above the regular, everybody else, what differentiates you? And these are some of the skills, the soft skills that you're not getting the time to learn in these formal education systems. Unless you get in non-profits or social organization that have the quality persons that can mentor and support your development. And JCI has that. A key thing that you also have for free is international relationship, where you are exposed to different countries, their culture, their opportunities, so that you know what exists. You don't have to limit yourself to Jamaica. You don't have to limit yourself to the Caribbean. And so you are exposed to international relationship and economic development. And so you can contribute to your community and your country. And you will
Mhm.
excel if you take these lessons and use them. So join JCI so that you can one make a difference and two you can develop, you can master your craft, and you can be exposed for small pennies. Just your membership fees that you need, and you are on your way to greatness.
Yeah, you are. You are. All right. So, Senator Dannah Ennis, last word, last advice, last encouragement from 12 tribes of Israel come down to JCI. Anything you want to say to us as we wrap up this wonderful, and I really, well, you know what I'm saying, me enjoy talking to you already. You and I are good friends. But you being public like this, I really enjoyed. Any last words you want to say us from the hills of Zion? Mm,
All right, so my last word is that each of us was placed on this earth for a reason and a purpose.
mm,
And if you don't know what that reason and purpose is right now, look at your natural skills and talents, the things that you can do effortlessly, right? And that is the area that you need to excel in. So even if you think that you should have been a doctor, um, but it's not your natural skills, people don't come to you and ask you what them to do, what them headache or pimpling at them face. People don't come to you to ask you these things. People come to you to ask you if you know anybody with the plumbing work. And people come to you to ask you how do you get from one place to the other. Whatever it is that people naturally come to you and ask you about, and you can easily give them the answer, then those are the areas that you need to focus on to excel in, because that's your natural skills and talent. A lot of us venture into other things that look pretty and sound pretty. And then when stress liquid, we go back, go do them something there. But you can balance the two of them. You can be a doctor and you can also be a hairdresser. Eh? But my point is focus on what you came here to do, what you were created to do. Because each of us, there's a promise and there's a plan for each of us. But we need to spend time with ourselves to figure that out and then focus on excelling those areas. When you do that, then you'll never work a day in your life.
mm.
One, you will not. You will not, because you enjoy what you do and you will do
Hmm.
it regardless of if it's stressful or not. And it will be
Hmm.
rewarding because you're showing up as your authentic self,
Hmm.
right? So I'm suggesting that each of us spend some time to think about what are the things that one bring us joy and peace and happiness. And two, that is our natural gifts and talent, and use it to serve others that who are less than you. We don't have to be perfect. You just have to have a little more information than your target audience does and help them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Bell says love, laugh out loud, I guess. Yeah. And Bell, Markland is saying the team needs to come to Brazil. And this too shall pass. Yeah. But Brazil, well, Brazil will pass when we go there, Michelle. All right. So JCI Village, St. Andrew Village, whoever was watching, thank you guys for being with us tonight. Senator Dannah, thank you so much for this, for opening up to us and for telling us your story. And
You're
we will,
welcome.
yeah, man. And those of you from JCI World and other world, we will be talking to you. So some of you who are watching, I talked to you already. Some of you who are watching, I have not spoken to you yet. And I will be talking to you as long as you comply. I can't put a gun to your head. Because in JCI, we do not do that. It is voluntary and it's leadership, and you choose. So I will
Yes.
ask you nicely. You can say, "Yes, I will come to you, and we will talk, and you will share your story." I'm not going to pry and say I need all of the laundry out there. No, it's not everything good for eat, good for talk. So now we're not doing TikTok live and all of those stuff. All right. So please come back on Saturday. We'll have
Mm-hmm.
hold on, Miss Miss Silk from Barita, and we are going to be talking money. All right. I do not know if Barita can partner with us. I'm putting it out there. Barita can partner with JCI. And okay, Barita, we're looking for partnership. Okay. Our national president is watching, and he's a young man that has grown, right, Danny, since
Yes,
joining the
yes,
organization.
very much, very much.
Yeah. So he's watching, and he needs the support as national president to make his year a successful year, and we need to make Brand Jamaica, continue to bring Brand Jamaica out there. That in the next couple of years, these conferences that we are attending in other countries will be hosted right here in Jamaica. So that's Barita and that's Sasha Gay Silk. And then we have Black Dice. I don't know. Black Dice can probably come sing some tune for us at at the future conference and all of those things, and become a member and all of those things. And Miss Silk too. Yeah, you can become a member. All right. So
Yes.
cool. So join us Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, Real Life, JA, Sky Beach, and Restaurant Bar and Grill. Thank you. And Bell, type the name of the construction company. It's not sticking out the head yet. That construction company, guys, go out and support them. They are supporting us, so support them. And Senator Dannah, thank you so much again. I know that you'll have to go and rest. Markland
Yes,
saying taking notes.
yes, please.
Yeah, Markland. And I'm happy to see that you have joined as our national president to watch and to learn from your dear senator. I know when she's ready, she will rub you.
Only for good reasons.
Yes, only for good reason. So, thank you for joining and listening and learning. Yeah.
Thank you for
Dan
having
Dan,
me.
enjoy Hanover and be
Of
good
course, of
and big up to
course.
your and big up to your colleagues and big up to your company and let them support us too. So we can talk
They
about that.
always have. They've always have.
Yes, they have true. And then if you want to say thanks to them publicly, yes,
They've always have. So the good thing is, I work for Caribbean Borders. So I tell
yes.
you guys that I do What I love, I do it in all aspects of my life. So it's easier, it's stress free. Um, when our 2024 world president decided that his his tagline for the year, his theme for the year, it was going to be "Let's make a difference." And I said to him when I met him in Japan, and he revealed what his theme for the year, his tagline for the year was going to be. I said, you know, the company that I work with, that's their tagline as well. So CB makes a difference in communities and in our country, and we continue to do so. We have won many awards in the past few years for various things, including sustainability, company with #1 sustainability brand, um, based on contribution to economy. And so we continue to make a difference in communities across the island. And it's easy for me to make a difference in my in, in my nonprofit, to do nonprofit work as well as to do my regular work, because wherever I go, I am making a difference. And it's just a gift. It's a blessing to be in an organization where you can be your authentic self. And I value that from the organization in which I serve right now.
All right, big up CB, Carbon Boilers, and thank you for your support over the years. And we look forward to working with you guys. So, guys, see you Saturday and Sunday. Danny, big up. Thank
Big
you.
up. Thank
All
you.
right, cool, guys. See you. We talk. Bell, over to you.
Yeah, real life, Jamaica. From the heart to the hills, shame, teach way. Real life, Jamaica, we're living so true. From the dust of the road to the morning dew, sun on our faces, the sky so blue. Real life Jamaica, it's me and you. No fake love, no running away. We hold our faith strong in real life Jamaica. Mama wakes early before the day, prays to God, then she finds a way. Kettle boiling, bread on the pan. Simple life, but a powerful plan. Barefoot youth with a big dream. Faith in his heart, though life's not clean. Still he smiles when the days get rough, 'cause love alone is strong enough. Even when the night feels long, we still find strength in a simple song. Small little light, but it burns so bright, guides us through the darkest night. Real life Jamaica, we're living so true. From the dust of the road to the morning dew, sun on our faces, the sky so blue. Real life Jamaica, it's me.